46 seconds. Quite a memorable Memorial Day. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. This goes out to all the George Floyds. There are far too many on the list to name. What a damn shame that a man had to lose his life to gain fame. I'm tired of singing these kinds of songs, 'cause these melodies can't undo the wrongs. We can break the chains, but we cannot change the whitewashing of certain brains. Why do they need to make us be inferior, just to prove that they're superior? They say they're God's children, so why are they so willing to keep a knee on me and keep killing? I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Mama, won't you help me please? I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Somebody's got a knee on me. You told me that 'cause my skin was black. Where I came from, I need to go back. After I picked your cotton and you destroyed my roots, I don't think that I've forgotten your taste for strange fruit. This country was built on my black back. For 4 centuries your pockets got fat. Try to keep us below so you can stay on top, but killing people of color has got to stop. 'Cause I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Mama, won't you help me, mama? I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Can't get no air, 'cause there's a need on me. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Mama, won't you help me, please? I can't breathe, I need some air. America, why don't you care? Take your knee off me. 8 minutes and 46. I'm so scared. Take your knee off me. 8 minutes and 46. This man was killed over a 20-hour bill. It wasn't real. Lost his life, 'cause his skin was not white. I still hear him pleading. I can't breathe. Take your knee off me. Take your knee off me. I can't breathe. America, please, just let me breathe. I can't breathe. It's choking the life out of me. So please, please. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Even killing us in our sleep. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. While we dream, dream.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Wong Lorene, and it is New Music Mondays. And I think y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm a little not myself today. I lost a very good coworker, so that has been heavy on my mind. But I Can't Breathe is what you just heard. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but I hope you guys are keeping up with the trial for the George Floyd case. Derek Chauvin is on trial for his murder. And we just need to pay attention to see if things really, really have changed in this world. So that song "I Can't Breathe" is by a gentleman out of who's going to be on tonight, and in fact he just called in. So we're going to go ahead and introduce him. Hello, are you there?
Yes, this is Larambe. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. So we just got finished listening to "I Can't Breathe." Now we're gonna come back and play that video later because I think that is something that people need to know about. And when you did the song, it was 8:46. Now it's 9:29. So I want to make sure
Yeah.
people bring that to their. I guess the state found that out, that it was longer than what we thought, which made it a
Well,
whole lot worse.
well, it really can't get any worse. I mean, 8 minutes and 46 seconds is long enough.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
not going to do a remix. you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Everybody thought it was 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah,
So
and that's suffice. That's long enough. It was way too long.
way
so,
too long. So
yeah.
anyway, La Rambre, we're finally connecting, sir.
Finally, it happens. It happens when it's supposed to happen.
That's right. That's right. Well, I want to introduce. I have my two co-hosts on with me tonight.
Okay.
I sent you. You should be able. No, I don't know if I sent you the link or not, but I'll make sure that I get it to you tonight.
Okay.
But I have to my fore right here. I have Val Comedian. She's a special. She's a special co-host.
Okay.
What's up, Oval?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, yeah. And then in the middle, I have my girl, my regular co-host. Her name is Nia215. And you know what that 215 is for?
215 sounds like an area code.
Come on, I guess
He
you've
got
been
it. He
gone
got
too
it.
long.
He got it.
Oh,
He got
that's
it.
that's Philly.
Yeah,
yeah.
that is.
What's
Philly.
up, brotherly love?
That's right. Well, hello to you all.
Hey,
Thank you
hey.
so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Much love to you all.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
Yes.
So, you've been around for a minute. Wow.
Well, I mean, that all depends on what a minute is, I guess.
Okay. You know what? I knew from our correspondence in the email that you were literal. You were very fundamental. Yeah. So I guess I want to start. Well, first of all, when in your promo we put in there that you were a Grammy honored artist. Can you tell us what that means?
What it means is that I was part of a Grammy Award-winning project.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somewhere around those lines. And
Yeah.
what project was that?
This is for Kev Mo's album. Was it 2004? It was called "Keep It Simple,"
Uh-huh.
and we had a collaboration on there. And so, yeah, even as writers, you're honored as a Grammy Award winner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were one of the writers?
Right.
Oh boy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So Laurent B, what moved you from Philly to LA?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's Larambe.
Laurent Bay. Okay.
Right. A little accent over the E.
Laurent Bay.
All right, me and you gonna go for some English
It's
tax.
all right. He just want us
We
to
gonna
drag
go
it.
for some
He
English
wants us to drag
tactics.
it at the end.
Hey,
Okay,
Hey,
Laurent
they say it's all about branding these days. So
Yes.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Hey, well, okay,
You
well,
know?
stop there. So where'd you get Larambe from?
Well, now, you want to go back to the beginning?
Oh God!
Mm.
Who wants to do this interview?
Okay, is it the beginning gonna take longer than the 9 minutes and?
Okay, so
Well, listen. Let me put. I'll tell you. I started out in the city of Brotherly Love, Philadelphia,
right.
and my dad, he was a drummer, jazz drummer. It's called Bunny the Beat Baker,
Okay.
Yep.
and so he's the one that I believe saw the music in me.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I know somebody's getting choked up in there. I do the same.
Yeah.
But, so basically, I started out, singing in front of his bandmates at the crib, and they were like my first audience. And then
Okay, he practiced on them. Okay.
the bug kind of hit me later, to really kind of get serious about it. And we moved from Philly to a place outside of Philly called Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you familiar
And
with that, Nia?
Oh, yes.
Nia know that Philly. Nia know that Philly now.
Yeah, so that's where that's basically where I got my musical start in Westchester.
Okay, and about how old were you then?
About 18.
Oh,
Okay.
We had the first group that we had. Yeah, I was about 18.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we had a group called the Superbs, and the Superbs were a pretty popular, local group.
Yeah.
And that's where I got my start, and it was a real blessing working with all those cats, and just starting out. It was really exciting and everything, being a teenager,
Yeah.
kind of going for your dream.
got them ladies calling you then. You know what I'm saying?
Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff.
What'd you say about Gamble and Huff?
Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff.
What about them?
Yes, down at Philly Sound, Sigma.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I never got down there to meet those guys.
Really?
I wish I had. I knew Tom Bell. I knew Tom Bell.
Okay.
You know Tom Bell, right?
Well, he wrote for my father, the Sapphires.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Tom Bell used to live. I told you about my dad lived in West Philly, and right around the corner, my aunt lived right across from the park, Fairmount Park.
Okay.
And I used to go there, of course, to visit. And she used to babysit for the guy upstairs, for the family upstairs.
Oh, this a Philly,
And-
it's a Philly family reunion going on over here.
And turned out, and dig this, turns out, the guy's name was Tommy, and I had met him and stuff, and I didn't really know what he did. I just see him occasionally and whatever. So when we started singing, I was over my aunt's, and she said to me, "Oh, well, you guys need to go and see Tommy." And I was like, "Well, who's Tommy?" She said, "Tommy used to live upstairs." And I said, "Well, what does he do?" And she said, "Well, he has the Delphonics." And I said, "Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me!"
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I never had a chance to hook up with him. I almost talked to him in a phone conversation at one time, but he didn't seem to be too open at that time to have a convo. So I just
Yes.
left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of the Delphonics, you used to sit in for them at rehearsals, right?
Yeah, it was a hell of an experience because I met their band. I was after I left the Superbs, I was singing solo, and I was at Westchester State College doing a show, and I met their band. Delphonics band came up to me and introduced themselves, and and invited me on down into Philly to their rehearsal and stuff. So when I got there, Poogie and Wilbur and them, they weren't there, the singers. And so the band was performing, they were rehearsing without the singers.
Yeah.
So I was standing, I was kind of holding up the wall, I knew all the songs, I was kind of singing to myself and
Yeah.
kind of wishing they would ask me and kind of wishing that they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's a whole other level now. We're talking about Delphonics in their heyday.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So
where I was looking at them, it was like a whole nother plateau. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
the Delphonics remind me of one thing that did they do Bet You by Golly Wow? No.
No.
no, that was a stylistic.
Oh, the stylistics. So
The
what's
Delphonics, the La La means I love you. and,
yeah,
Boys
la,
and
la,
girls.
La la la. Yeah. Okay.
And then
love you.
oh, I got to get those ladies over here.
Now, if you ask me to go past that first line, I'm gonna be lost. Okay.
But anyway, so after a while, the guys heard me singing, and they said, "Hey, go on, go ahead and take the mic," and that's all I need to hear.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
Mm-hmm.
so I jumped up there, and that's how that happened. And it was a valuable validation, for me
Yeah.
to be accepted by cats on that level. It was really great for my confidence.
Yes, indeed. Now I want to go back a little bit because I do want to talk about your name. Is that your birth name, Laramba?
Larambe
Larambe.
is
Remember, it's an A on the
Okay,
end.
well let me
It
write
looked like
down.
an E. It looked like an E,
It's a
but
combination.
but it has that asterisk on the top of it, so you guys say A.
Okay, I got you now, Larambe.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, it's a combination of my legal name.
Okay.
Right.
Would that be equivalent to Swahili?
No,
Okay.
no, not really. It's an original. It's just an original name. It's just a combination of a first and last name.
It just,
Okay.
It's just black folks' way of making a name up. Go ahead, baby. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Larambe. So,
Larambe. It's cute.
So I want to go ahead and play one of your songs. I think I want to do "Stand By." That's a song. All of your songs are.
Yes.
You're a terrific writer, by the way. Let me go ahead and give you your
Thank you.
props.
I appreciate that.
You are definite about what you write. You are honest about what you write. It's relatable. It's like you write about current events. And God knows we need everything we can get these days.
Yes.
Well, I
All right.
appreciate that.
All right, so we're going to play Stand By, and we're going to come back and talk about that.
Well, you're gonna play Stan.
Stand, yeah.
Yes.
Stands.
Oh, that's the name of it?
Stand.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We standing
Wait,
by,
what-
but the song is
what?
stands.
yeah.
I think you're thinking about Benny King. You're thinking about Stand By Me or something.
No, I'm not thinking about Stand By Me, Larambe. That's not what I'm thinking about. I thought the
Well,
song said,
where did the buy come from?
I don't know.
We
Would
standing-
you
we
leave me
standing by.
alone?
We standing by. We standing by. We playing stand, and we standing by.
You're
That's
just
how we
taking
gonna
a poetic license with my stuff.
Yeah,
man. What's that?
probably. Me and you haven't gotten along from the very first time we spoke, so this is just apparent.
Hey, he got copyrights on this, okay?
Hey,
All right, so we're going to hear Stand, S-T-A-N-D by Larambe. This is my boy out of Philly, shot to Los Angeles, and he's doing this thing. A great writer. Y'all check him out.
Alrighty.
Stand.
Gotta stand for something. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Gotta stand for something. Ooh. Or you fall for anything. Back in the 50s, she was not sitting in the back of the bus. The driver warned her to change her seat,
Get to the back of the bus.
or he would call the police. But she sat down and stood her ground. Ooh, gotta stand for something, stand for something. Or you fall for anything, anything. Ooh, gotta stand for something, stand for something. Can't afford to keep in our seats. No. when he was Muslim, but he refused to fight in Vietnam. He based his decision on his religion, but he was banned by Uncle Sam. But he stood up for his rights and he won that fight. Ooh, gotta stand for something, stand for something. Or you fall for anything, anything. Ooh, gotta stand for something, stand for something. Can't afford to keep in our seats. No, no. Stand for something. Yeah. Stand, stand. And no one stood taller than the man who proclaimed, I have a dream. Stand. Talking about the right Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Ooh, gotta stand for something, stand for something. Ooh, or you fall for anything. Ooh, yeah. Gotta stand for something, stand for something. Can't afford to keep in our seats. No. Ooh, stand, stand for something. We've got to stand for something. Can't sit down. Ooh, stand for something. Something. Or you fall for anything.
Hey, that was deep.
Yeah,
That was deep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Larambe, we love it. And they are loving it in the chat as
Yeah.
well.
That was-
They
that
got
was-
you
that
got
was
hearts
good.
all over the place here.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate that, because I tell you, this was not an easy project to do, but I'm really glad that, got to finish it, and I got to give props to my engineer, Mike Magic, out here.
All
Really
right.
hanging in there with me. We had some teary moments trying to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
can
was about to
imagine.
ask you in
Yeah.
what way was it hard to do?
It was, you named the way. It was rough. First of all, I didn't want to do it.
Why?
I did not want to do it.
Because it was a touchy subject. Was it that the reason why?
I grew up. I've seen us get hosed. I've seen I was young and I didn't quite understand everything. But I've seen the dogs and I just didn't want to go there. We already did it. I don't know if you saw the What a Shame video we did after the Michael Brown incident.
Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna play that tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the rest of them because I had started.
I really
Yeah.
we almost did like a We Are the World type thing on there. People donated the time, the studio, people came. It was just a beautiful thing. And so I really thought I had done and said everything I needed to say about the racial situation.
Mm-hmm.
But after George Floyd,
Yeah, that took us back.
Yeah.
I was
That took us back.
And
So-
I know you
tell you.
remember the Rizzo situation.
say it again.
I know you remember the Rizzo situation.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I want to go ahead and play that one. What a shame! I want to play that video on from YouTube. So the engineer is going to get that ready for me. Ends with U78. So we want to go ahead and play that one. So get that one ready. But before we do that, I want to talk about Bunny the Beat Baker. I want to talk about Bunny. Was he like a Rolling Stone?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, well, I guess I should ask you to clarify what you mean by Rolling Stone.
Well, You know what?
That's Philly.
Come on.
I'm gonna pass this interview on. No, I mean like Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I know how the song goes. I just want to know what you mean when you say
Well,
that.
well, that's what I meant because you said I read the bio and it said that he ended up he drank a lot or something.
No, what says in the bio is that I was.
You drank
Is
a
that they
lot.
were-
Come on, let's
is
get
that
this
they were
interview going.
Listen, they were my first audience. His band used to come over and hang out, and they would be drinking.
Oh, okay.
And
There
so
we
when
go.
I got up and sang, they would try to give me a standing ovation, and some of them was just too
Drunk.
Oh,
standing up. But my dad was playing the guitar. He also played a little guitar, so he was accompanying me playing the guitar. So he couldn't have been but so tipsy.
yeah.
But the rest of them, they were, hey, man. It was like Ballantine beer. I don't know if any of y'all remember Ballantine. They sit there and drink 2 cases of Ballantine beer like it wasn't nothing.
I remember that. I'm old enough to remember that.
So these
Or
are jazz
young
cats.
enough.
But my dad, and I didn't find this out until years later, he used to hang out with Billie Holiday, Charlie Parker, people like that.
Yeah.
And when I found that out, I was going back in my mind trying to think about people that used to come and hang out, because I didn't know who they really were.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't find this out till I was years and years, decades later, really.
Yeah.
But my dad played the drums, and he left me when I was 12. He made his transition, and even though I never really pursued music when he was alive, even when I sang in front of the band and stuff, I was all about baseball.
Okay.
But time I turned about 15, I started getting that, itch. I got bit by that bug, and we did a song called "Storm Warning" by the Volcanoes. The Volcanoes, most of you don't know who the Volcanoes are, but they became the Tramps. Remember Disco Inferno?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, they had a local hit in Philly called "Storm Warning."
Yeah.
And me and a couple guys in the neighborhood, I got recruited because I was tall and skinny and wore glasses, so I was kind of like David Ruffin.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the David Ruffin type. Yeah, I got you.
I got recruited in this group, and all they did was we were just lip syncing, like Milli Vanilli or something. But just being up on that stage and helping them do the choreography and picking out the wardrobe and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just knew that was my passion. All overnight, that was like, I knew that was the direction for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I think my dad knew before anybody knew.
Oh.
He knew, but he didn't really say it.
He didn't push it.
He didn't push
Yeah.
it. Well,
He
but
didn't express it. No.
yeah, but you went on with it, and that's marvelous. So we want to go
Yeah.
ahead and play this video. I want to make sure I get like 2 of these videos out tonight before this interview is over. So let me see if I get this right, Mr.
Okay.
Larambe.
Okay, I gotta say one thing before you play that.
Okay.
And I can't give all the props to my musical genes to my father's side, because on my mother's side, my grandfather used to sing baritone in the gospel group.
Okay.
So I got to give props on that side also. So I got it from both sides.
All right.
Okay.
So he's well rounded.
Yeah, he is.
I'm well something. Well done.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. So I got the engineers getting that ready for me, but and I know there was a breaking point for you where you said, you know what, I want to start writing for myself. So
Yeah.
did that happen after you wrote a lot for other people?
No, I had when I was in Westchester, like I said, after Superbs, I went solo, and then I was performing with a group in Philly on the Strip, all over and down the East Coast and what have you. I just got tired of doing everybody else's songs.
Oh yeah, huh?
And after a while, I don't know, I was hearing things. And I was just, so I just thought, I bought myself a little Oregon, and I just started working stuff out, and one thing led to another. But I could not find like-minded musicians who wanted to do original stuff at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, even though we had Gamble and Huff and Tom Bell and all those great influences and stuff, but on the level where we were, people were just content doing everybody else's material.
Exactly.
And at some point, that wasn't working for me anymore, so I just started to
do your own thing.
Yeah, I just started to stretch out, and my dad was totally self-taught, and I think that gave me a little confidence that even though I didn't have formal training, that I could, that I could pull it off.
That you could pull it off too. All right, so we're gonna get into this video.
All right.
It's called "What a Shame." Did I get that right?
You got it right.
What a shame. That's right. You guys are seeing it first right here on BU Radio on the Wong channel.
New Music Monday 100.
That's right. We're definitely interviewing tonight Larambe. All right, so go ahead and hit it.
Weeks ago, Trayvon Martin, an unarmed black teenager, was shot down by a white neighborhood watchman who claimed self-defense and has not at this point been arrested.
And to see something like this outside of my window as I'm trying to go to work, it's traumatizing.
Mystery death of a young man in Baltimore police custody. But more information has not led, though, to any more clarity as far as how this 25-year-old suspect, Freddie Gray, broke his neck after Baltimore police arrested him. This is back on April 12th. He died a week later.
I don't understand it. Makes no sense. Is this how God planned it? Is this how it was meant? A city hot by fire, 'cause justice was cold. A black body lying in the street, just 19 years old. Why can't all people be treated as equal? Why should it matter what race or creed? How can one color be better than others? But that's how some folk choose to believe. People in power don't want to lose control. So at any price, they'll sacrifice their souls. They're down on immigration. They want to build a wall to keep out those people whose skin is not like theirs at all. Why can't all people be treated as equals? Why should it matter what race or creed? How can one color be better than others? But that's how some folk choose to believe. What a shame. What a shame. They're killing our kids. What a damn shame. Yeah. Something's gotta change. Shoot young brothers down like Trayvon and Michael Brown. Shoot young brothers down like Trayvon and Michael Brown. Why can't all people be treated as equals? Why should it matter what race or creed? How can one color be better than others? That's how some folk choose to believe.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
Shame.
a white male teen was involved in the same kind of scenario, that from top to bottom, both the outcome and the aftermath might have been different.
Main thing I can say is, what a shame that a song like What a Shame had to be made. But I just felt like we need that message. The overall theme of the song is, why can't all people be treated as equal? So that's the main message we want to get across.
Something's gotta change.
Why can't all people be treated as equals? Why should it matter what
Church
race or creed? How can one color be better than Brandon?
All right. So y'all got to go check that out.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's
So we need to take a minute here though to shout everybody out, because we got people in the chat that's giving you thumbs up and all of that. What's up, Al?
Well, we got Brother Kurt on there, Michelle Ward, Tyra Peak, John Palmer, Nikki White, and Andrea Lloyd. Thank you for listening.
Hey,
yes,
we appreciate
thank you guys.
you. We appreciate
All right, cousin.
Yeah. And Larambe says thank you as well, y'all. He appreciates you. All right, so I wanna make sure that we get into a couple of things. Well, you know what? Let's do Curtis Mayfield. Let's talk about that, because that had to be a landmark move in your career. Tell us about that. How did you get hooked up with him?
All right. You ready?
I'm ready, LaRambe.
The music
right.
deep, so I know this gonna be deep too.
I'm ready.
This is a very interesting story.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm sitting at home. The phone rings. I pick it up. Guy says, "Hey man, I'm so and so. You know, we found your tape, and blah blah blah." And I'm thinking, you know, somebody playing a practical joke.
Mm-hmm.
So I hung up. So they call back, and I'm trying to figure out who is this. You know, is it so and so, blah blah blah. And he said, "No man, I'm blah blah blah." I hung up again, and he called back, and he says, "Brother, please don't hang up on me. I am with Curtom Records." Now, he didn't say that at first, but as soon as he said that, I knew that was Curtis. And so I said, "Well, what's going on?" He says, "Hey man, I'm over my friend's house. He's cleaning out his closet. He finds this cassette tape, and he's just cleaning it out. He just throws it in the trash." He says, so I asked him, "Well, what was that?" He says, "I don't know, man, just something I picked up or whatever." So he said, "Well, at least play it." So the guy plays it, and he says, "Hey, man, I really dig that. What, you know?" And so my number was on there, so he called me. Mm-hmm. And he says, and I said, "Well, who are you?" And he says, "I'm so and so, and I'm with Curtom Records." I said, "Curtis Mayfield." Yeah.
Oh.
What?
And so I said, all right, and you know, I had a hard time believing what was going on.
Stuttering. He started stuttering like you're doing now.
I'm telling you. And so anyway, I went down and met them, and they played the song, and they said they loved it. And I said, well, you know, we've also made a disco version, which I was reluctant to do at first because, you know, we had this thing about disco, you know, and whatever, and I wasn't going to do it. And then Boogie Wonderland came out with Earth, Wind and Fire, my favorite group, and I was like, okay, all right. Okay,
really
I think it's
back.
okay now. So we did a disco version, and they loved that. And next thing I knew, we were with the attorneys, and we worked it all out. And I got signed, and they flew me to Chicago, and I was in the studio there, and it was. And see, I almost shouldn't say this, but
you started.
I had met Curtis before at the Spectrum in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a show with him, Mandrill, and War. One of the greatest shows I've ever seen. But now this is in the wintertime. This is in the wintertime. I ain't gonna say who was with me, but it was my cousin. Me and my cousin going in to see the show. And we decided, well, it's too cold. It's too cold to stand out here and smoke anything. So we went on inside and tried to find somewhere where we could elevate ourselves.
I like how he
And
changed the words up.
so we're down. Hey, I'm a writer. You know what are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
So I'm down. So we're down there. I don't know where we were. We were down there where we had no business being.
Yeah.
And trying to open doors and trying to just get in there and find a closet or something, just take a couple puffs and get on with the show.
Yeah.
And open the door, and who's standing there but Curtis Mayfield? He turned around, looked at us, and we were like, "Oh shit!" Oh, we apologized and stuff. And he was so cool.
Yeah.
So did you put it out, or did you puff pass? I'm just curious.
And we're like, "Okay, well, we'll see you." So that was the first time I met him. And but getting signed and being with somebody that legendary, because I've always loved Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. He did a lot of soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved. I don't know how he incorporated the message with the commercialism. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just the way he did that. People get ready.
The making of you.
And you got a message, and it goes, and that popular, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that's magic, man.
So that's an amazing story. So I have my guy on the line here, so I want you to just hang on. Self, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How y'all doing today?
Hey,
self-made.
Self-made in the building. What is going on?
How you doing?
So I'm out near 215.
So I have Larambe on the line. We're interviewing him, but I'm taking a little break so that we can go ahead and see what's going on with the Hip Hop Review. What's up?
Okay, this week it was kind of a sad moment across the country for everyone. And knowing DMX.
Yes.
Friday, it was pronounced by TMZ and a lot of places and people where he had a drug overdose. And
did he pass?
He's been on. No, he haven't passed, but he's in a terrible situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and he's on life support.
Yes.
And well, today, it was Saturday and Sunday. People was talking with his manager and his lawyer, and now we finding out that he's trying to recover and do better for himself. But today was actually good because people circled the hospital where he is now in New York City, which is White Plain, the hospital White Plain.
Yes.
His family,
Mm-hmm.
his fiance and his ex-wife and his 4 children by his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
The motorcycle club, which is Rough Riders Motorcycle Club, and a lot of people been kind of going to the hospital just to show him and pay homage to him, for this sickness, and a lot of people is hurt by it. And it's sad. It's a sad moment.
Yeah, he's had a struggle with drugs for a while.
For
a while, he'll get better and then he goes back. Well, our prayers are definitely with him, definitely, and thank you for bringing that to us.
Yeah, no problem. I just hope and pray that for his family that he get better, and things of that nature. But for all the supporters across the country, everyone, it's kind of sad by it, So I had that for Hip Hop Reviews. I hate that it was that type of news for the Hip Hop Review. But
No, you're keeping us up to date with stuff. That's what your segment is about, dear. That's what it's about. So we appreciate you, and man, we're gonna have to have you back on again before the first of the month.
Okay, that's fine with me. You already know I'm down with it.
Yeah. So you take care of everything over there in Mississippi.
Okay. And I want all the listeners listening. You're now tuned in with the best show, the Wong Show.
All right.
Radio.
I love it when you say that. All righty, baby. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, then. Y'all be safe.
Okay.
You too.
All right. Hey, y'all. That was Self-Made out of Mississippi. He comes to us the first Monday of every month with a hip-hop review. LaRambe, are you still in the building?
Yes, I am.
Hey. So, yeah, we had to get that little business out of the way.
That's cool. Cool.
So, I on another note, you had a car accident that was really bad. How did that change your life?
Well, physically, it was definitely a hardship, and you're never the same really after something like that.
Yeah.
But it changed your perspective, and it also made me realize when I was laying in the hospital that I almost left here, and I didn't really have a collection of works that I had done,
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the first things I did, probably prematurely, I wasn't all the way 100%, but as soon as I got out, I just started working on something, and I just said, I got to put something together. So, so I did the album Cosmic Soul, and then we followed that with California Soul, and Bunny's Boy, and there's one out in the UK. I mean, it's worldwide, but basically the record deal was from the UK, called From Philly. And all that's, you can find any of those. And now we have the Blacklash, which has just been released a few days ago, so that's out now. So I hope people get a chance to check that out. It's on all the major sites.
Yes, a lot of good songs. Oh yeah, I checked it out. So, well, I'm glad
and all the songs that this was a concept album. It's kind of like what's going on. So it's basically a commentary on some of the things that have been happening since George Floyd, et cetera. So, but it's not indicative of all that I do. You know what I'm saying? That's the theme for this because I felt like our people needed it and certain other people needed to hear it and what have you. But if you go to my site, you'll see larambe.com. You'll see I do mostly commercial music.
Okay.
Love songs and romance and all that. So I'm not always angry and
and full of yourself, huh?
Or whatever.
So,
well, you've been watching this stuff as long as I have, and you think that it's over, especially when Barack came, and then you see what has transpired since he left office.
Right.
And you see that there's a backlash against blacks, and that's why I called it the Blacklash.
Oh, that's why you call it the Blacklash.
That's right, because there's always been a blacklash in this country. Yeah. But it's been intensified. It got intensified with certain orange people in the White House.
Yeah. I got
I ain't
you.
naming no names.
So
that's why I felt compelled. Like I said, I really didn't want to do the Blacklash, but I swear to you, something just took over me. I couldn't even write other stuff because every time I turned around and saw the TV, there was something else that was going on.
Yeah.
Jacob Blake, and it just got to be. I just felt like, hey, you know what? I just need to empty myself and let it be what it's going to be. And I had never done a conceptual album, so this is the first time I've done that.
Oh, it's wonderful. So we got about a minute left. So go ahead and tell everybody. Did y'all have a quick question that y'all can get out in 30 seconds?
Oh, we get 30
LaRambe,
seconds.
I wanted to know when you mentioned Strange Fruit, because I know that I found out that that's why politically that they really messed with Billie Holiday a lot.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they locked her up so much behind that.
Right. Okay. I just heard that today, that somebody put a comment there that said 8 minutes and 46 seconds was my strange fruit. And I just thought, wow, I had never.
So now we at the end of the show. I would love to know more about that, but we're going to have you back. Absolutely.
I'm available.
Okay. So we'll definitely get you back. I don't know, a few months, because I want to hear more about your story. You're very interesting. As far as your writing and where it all comes from, and then I'm going to want to know how your album is doing. So tell everybody real quick where they can get it.
The Blacklash. I'll just look for the Blacklash on any major site. or look at Larambe. Just look for my name and you'll see all of my projects. Should be Spotify, iTunes, you name it. It should be there. And if it's not, please let me know.
Will do.
Okay, so we'll definitely keep in touch with you. Make sure you keep me up with all of your music. It's been a pleasure, and from all
Absolutely.
of us to you.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad we had a chance to do this.
Oh man, we've been trying to do this for 6 months.
Yeah, well, we got to do it the long way.
Yeah, the wrong way. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm gonna trademark that, so don't try to use it.
Yeah, I know. All right then, baby. So you take care of yourself, and we'll
right,
talk
you
to
be
you
blessed.
soon.
Much love.
And listen, I am very grateful for you highlighting my music and everything. I can't tell you how much it means to me. It's really a blessing.
Oh, I got you.
Thank
That's
you
what
so
we
much.
do. Thank
I
you.
can't wait to meet you guys in person. Vegas, LA,
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna meet up.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's right. That's right. We have a lot of talent here too. So if you ever need anything, let me know.
Just
Oh,
check your
yes,
DMs. I didn't get to talk to you, so just check your DMs. So, I was just here to look cute
I
tonight.
know. So we had a lot to cover tonight, and like I said, you are a lengthy artist, so we got to have you back.
Yeah.
And we got to run. I got
All
another
right.
show coming up right behind me. You might want to stick around and watch it. It's called Living Your Best Life.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Hey,
then. All right. So we'll
all
be
right,
in
to the
touch.
queens.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To
You
the
take care.
queens. Be blessed. To the
Okay.
queens.
All
You
right.
too.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, y'all. Hey, we got to get out of here. Thank you so much for listening tonight. The Wong Channel is always trying to bring you something new and different. Thanks to Oval Comedian. You can get her on all social media platforms at Oval Comedian. Also, Nia215, all social media platforms. And New Music Mondays 100, all social media platforms. We'll see you guys next week.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Peace.
Tell a joke in 2 seconds.
I can't do that. I can't. The joke was I was just here to look cute. That's what the motherfucker joke was.
All right, y'all. Good night.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick, but I understand. No, I don't blame you at all. Oh, I just need one night with you, and we can keep our clothes on. That's if we can. I'm trying to get next to you, but you pass on every moment. Turn down my invitations. Oh yeah. But I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And you could be my Laura. I could be your Urkel. Can't you tell I adore ya? You're nothing less than a miracle. You're a once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon, a shooting star. Yeah, I'd spend a lifetime just to be where you are, but you pass on every moment. You turn down invitations, and I don't know why, but I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And when you're